All right, friend, if you are struggling to generate leads and paying clients through social media, pay extra attention right now before I dive into today's episode. I personally want to invite you to my free upcoming masterclass that will teach you everything you need to know to turn your social media followers into paying clients. A big hint for you, this has nothing to do with what you post on the front end of social media. It is all on the back end. I'm teaching in this masterclass exactly what I've been running for myself and for my clients for 7 years to generate new clients on automation. You'll learn about lead magnets, email marketing, paid advertising, and honestly, so much more. I'm only doing 2 of these masterclasses this summer, so please make sure to head on over to the link or head on over to masterclass.lisaann.ca to register your free spot today. I'll also make sure to add that to the show notes just to make it easy for you to register. I do hope to see you there, but regardless, let's dive into today's episode. What do you think it requires to run an online business? Over the years, I have met a lot of amazing entrepreneurs doing great stuff with their businesses, people with amazing products, people with amazing services, really these driven entrepreneurs who are hustling to get things done, but they are finding it challenging to either grow online or even just break even with their marketing. The more and more I heard this, I really just got curious about what they were and weren't doing in the online world. The truth is, most people, when they try to run a business online, they focus on hard selling or organic marketing, which yes, can work, but in my opinion, not the right way to grow online. Those who I found were struggling fell into the category of not doing things really in the way that I would recommend running an online business. This really comes down to making sure that you have a complete digital marketing strategy, something that will do more for you than just putting eyeballs on your post or only speaking to those who want particular sales. A complete digital marketing strategy may seem intense, but it's not when you actually break it down and understand the process behind it. And that's what I want to share with you today. The main difference between someone running with a complete digital marketing strategy and really someone who hasn't had one set up yet really is that one person has a plan and one person doesn't. And if I've learned anything over the last 7 years, having a plan is the only way you'll succeed at the rate that we entrepreneurs want to grow at. And typically those plans, they're always geared around a particular goal. Something you want to achieve for your business. If it's more booked appointments, sales, new clients, what is it? That's the core foundation of any marketing strategy, meaning that goal is what we build an entire strategy around. We always have that end goal in mind and we'll build the strategy working backwards. So think about it right now, okay? I want you to think, what's that one goal you are looking to achieve with your business? Is it more sales, more clients, more booked appointments? That's typically people's end goal, regardless if they're really thinking about it or not. Let's use generating more clients for this example because it's the most popular. And let's actually work backwards. How do you get more clients? What's the step right before that they turn into a client? For most people I work with, it's having a discovery call to learn about their needs and seeing if you really are the right fit. Now, what about before that step? How do you get them to book a call with you? You need them to become a prospect and reach out to you in some way, shape, or form. Maybe that's filling out an application. Maybe that's filling out the contact form on your website. Maybe it's sending you an email directly. What about before that? You need them to know that you actually exist and that you can solve their problem. That can either happen through social media, through referrals, through ads. And then you build your know, like, and trust factor. Now that's a very high level approach to look at it backwards. So let's break it down in the opposite direction, okay? Let's break it down from front to back. So first, someone realizes that you exist. Then they learn that you can help them solve their problem. Then you build a relationship. You start to build that trust with them. Then they reach out to talk to you. You typically book a call with them, and then that's where you do your pitch. Then you close the deal and you generate a new client. Now, obviously, that's assuming that each step of that process was super seamless and perfect for you. But that's how we begin looking at complete digital marketing strategies. We walk each person step by step through that entire process. See how different that is from just posting "buy me" on Instagram? Let me break it down even farther for you. How do we actually walk that person through each stage within your business? So I follow something called the ACCC Formula. We attract prospects through social media with paid ads and organic marketing. We then are collecting their contact information on social media through a specific lead generation funnel, so their name and their email, their phone numbers. We then connect with them to build a relationship, to position you as an expert, to answer questions, to follow up, and then start transitioning into that selling process. And lastly, we convert them into paying clients or booked appointments, all on automation. That way you can take it from there and you onboard your new client. The first step to attracting the right people, you'll want to use something called a lead magnet, aka this is where you give away something for free in exchange for someone's contact information, like a guide, a checklist, a mini course, etc. In this scenario, attracting leads means getting potential clients to give you their contact information, like their name and their email, to make them realize that you exist and that you can actually help them solve their problem. Once you get that email, you get that secure communication line to them directly. You don't have to bank on one of the 1,000 chances that your social media content will appear in their feed that day. You can send them an email, or an even more advanced strategy is sending them a direct message on Instagram, Facebook, even WhatsApp. This first part of a digital marketing strategy works best if that freebie that you're giving away is really customized for your business and for your target audience. For example, let's just pretend that you're a realtor helping first-time home buyers. Your lead magnet could be something that a first-time home buyer would like to download, such as a guide about all the incentives that are available to them. It shouldn't be something that speaks to everyone buying a home, or what you'll actually do is lose that connection piece. With this concept, you're not looking at attracting everyone or get email addresses of every single person in your area. You're looking to attract people who care about your business and would actually hire you. Now, after this comes the next part of the digital marketing strategy, or the next step really within their customer journey, which is that relationship building side of the strategy itself. So once you have their contact information or their email, you have to start looking at them as potential clients that can eventually, or that you really can eventually convince to buy from you. In most industries, before anyone will buy from you, they need to trust you. They need to actually get to know you, see if they like you. We do this on automation through email sequences. So I did do an episode a few months ago now about these emails specifically, so I will make sure to link that in the show notes for you, or head back to episode 14 on the More Than Social podcast. Essentially, these emails should be written in a way that you are answering their questions and having that conversation you would have had with someone in person the very first time that you meet. At the end of these sequences, the goal is to turn them into a booked appointment or get them to purchase something. Again, going back to that end goal that you are looking to achieve with your business. And then honestly, it's really a momentum game and a numbers game from there. The more people you get to go through these sequences, the more booked appointments or sales you are actually going to get within your business. Eventually, you'll know exactly how many people need to download your freebie to turn it into a sale. For example, let's just say that you know for sure that you have a 5% conversion rate, which is pretty impressive. You would know that all you need to get 20 new clients is 400 leads. And that's where another exciting part of your digital strategy comes in. And that part is actually my favorite. It's ads. Sales is a game of numbers. To increase your numbers, you need more reach. And to have more reach or a better reach, you're going to need paid ads. Now, of course, if you think that you can increase your reach without ads, then yes, by all means, do it organically. What's important though is that your digital strategy has a sustainable way of increasing your reach. Whether that's through organic content, influencer marketing, your social media ads, it really doesn't matter. The goal is to get as many people through that system as possible. Pretty cool, right? If you start to pay attention, most successful brands have a solution like this. Whether it's Amy Porterfield, Marie Forleo, Jasmine Star, Mel Robbins, you name it, their goal is to generate your contact information by providing you with something of value to begin that relationship building process. That way, over time, they will constantly be in your face and you will turn to them as a paying client or a customer. It's pretty incredible. Now, typically at this point, I get asked, how do you know if you are actually ready for a strategy like this? To be honest with you, everyone needs this. I teach this exact strategy inside my Spotlight Theory 12-week program, and I've mentored entrepreneurs who are literally brand new, all the way to being 20 years into their business. To really break it down for you, why don't I give you the 5 reasons why you actually need this, and you can decide if you're ready or not for it. If you are ready, I would love to see you inside the Spotlight Theory program if you actually need help to set all of this stuff up. So if your goal for your business is to drive traffic and to increase sales, there's hardly a better way to do it than having a complete digital marketing strategy that I just walked you through. So first of all, a lead magnet will attract way more traffic to your website than your social media handles, than any other content that you actually put out there. I mean, yourself. Let's just put yourself in their shoes, okay? What content are you more likely to react to? A generic one that is telling you about exciting stuff and urging you to make a purchase, or one about giving you something for free? The answer to that one is pretty obvious if you don't ask me. You'll always go for the one that is free. So if you're looking to drive traffic to your brand, that lead magnet will do exactly that for you. You'll build that brand presence. You'll build your lead generation. You'll build your email marketing. The second one, if you're like me, you brought your business online not because you necessarily need more clients, but because you want to scale your business. Meaning you want to acquire even more clients and you want to grow to that next level, right? That's a great goal. And I'm here to tell you, yes, it is absolutely possible. I've done it. I've helped hundreds of people. I've known thousands of people who have done it in the past year alone. You too can do it. However, you need a digital strategy. You can't just stick to posting on social media organically and expect to scale your business. It simply doesn't work that way. If you're going to acquire new long-term clients, you have to attract them intentionally into your business. And that's exactly what a strategy like this will do. By using social media organically or with ads to scale, by using a lead magnet, you'll be reaching out to your target audience directly and will be able to funnel a majority of them into your sales funnel. A considerable part of digital strategies really is your strategy for reach, which is number 3, by the way. That is, how do you plan on making people actually hear your message, see your brand, and have even more people outside of your circle see you? In this case, the obvious answer and the correct answer to that one is ads, paid ads. I love ads. The great thing about social media ads these days is that they can be super targeted. That means that you can choose the exact person that you want to see your ad to get them to download that lead magnet. Think of it this way. Look at the Super Bowl halftime show, for example. Although it was incredible this year, during that halftime show, many companies show their ads because there are millions of people watching the show right at that moment. And honestly, that's great for any business. Millions of people are watching you. No business would say no to millions of eyes and ears learning about their products or services, right? But despite how great the Super Bowl ad is, it's still defective in some way. And what is that way? What do you think? It's the fact that everyone, even people who will never in a billion years hire the business, see the actual ad. To me, that's crazy, but it's true. It doesn't matter how many times someone who doesn't wear suits sees an ad for a suit, they'll still never buy a suit. At that point, it's irrelevant how good that suit ad is. They don't need it, so they won't get it. Now, compare those kind of ads to social media ads with their targeting, okay? You can put your ad in front of the exact person who has a higher chance of converting into your client. I mean, there are people who are the right people for you based on age, their tendencies, their politics, their marital status, their education, their background, their interests, where they live. It's obvious which one will have a better conversion rate. Do you get it? One is super targeted, one is kind of hitting a broad perspective. Now, another really important reason why using a complete strategy is really the ability to track. So earlier I mentioned having a goal is important for a business, and we actually build that entire strategy around that particular goal. But how can you have a goal if you have no idea what is actually happening within your business? With a complete digital marketing system, we know exactly what is and what is not working with the stats that we get. From a lead perspective, you know how many people submitted their contact information in exchange for that lead magnet versus just seeing the post in general. When you send an email through an email autoresponder like ActiveCampaign, you know how many people open the email, how many people read it, how many click on the link in the email. You know how many people book a call with you and how many of them actually turn into clients. It's honestly a numbers game at this point. I mentioned this already. It's a game of numbers. This is also how we can make tweaks to get better and better and better over time to get you better results. You'll be able to make smarter marketing decisions for your business. You'll be able to make these tweaks to continuously scale effectively. Now, of course, is that it actually saves you a lot of money and time in the long run. With a digital marketing strategy, sure, it's an investment up front, but you'll have this never-ending feedback loop that tells you whether what you are doing is correct or not. That will stop you from wasting your precious time on marketing channels that don't work, and you'll actually save money because you're not just throwing it away to something that you have no idea if it's working. I get that we're business owners. We want that return on investment. This will also take the stress out of wondering if you'll ever get a new client or where the next client is coming from, because this system runs like clockwork for you. I can't say it enough. It is honestly incredible how it works. This is exactly what I've been running for 7 years for myself, for my clients, and I teach that within my program, The Spotlight Theory, to all of my students. So if I can give you any piece of advice to end off today's episode, it's to think about marketing a little bit differently than how we were taught growing up. That way you can stand out from the crowd. You can build relationships on automation. You can really boost your business in the online world. Now, to help you out, I did put together a free guide that will walk you through each piece of the puzzle. What you can do is click the link in the show notes to download that guide. Do you see what I did there? Yes, that is my lead magnet and a freebie to help you out even more. So go ahead, click the link in the show notes and start implementing your own system. It is truly so powerful. And remember, if you do need help with this one, make sure to check out my Spotlight Theory program. So this program is a 12-week implementation program where I walk you through step-by-step how to set up this strategy, how to run the paid advertising, how to actually scale your business. But regardless, Spotlight Theory or not, I am always here to help you. Any questions, let me know. I'll see you next week. Bye for now.